Want to be featured on the Rock Metal Podcast just like all the other great bands you've heard up to this point? Go ahead and hit me up, therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know. Let's work out the deets. Rock Metal Podcast, episode 47 with Traverse the Abyss. All right, Rock Metal Nation, I've got on the line today Traverse the Abyss, a metal band from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I am super stoked to have them on. Today I'm joined by a member of Traverse the Abyss, Eric. So Eric, welcome to the show.
Hey, yo, Mango, what's going down? How you doing today?
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Eric, what inspired you to get into music?
I was kind of always into music growing up. Like, my mom listened to Guns N' Roses and Sabbath, and my uncle was really big into Metallica, so, like, I was always kind of around, like, hard rock metal music, and as I got older, I started getting into, like, heavier and heavier stuff, and pretty much, I don't know, nothing beats it.
What is the story behind how Traverse the Abyss, or at least maybe the current lineup, found each other? How did you guys get together?
Well, Traverse the Abyss is pretty much a compilation of the first band I was in, which was Without a Martyr. Our bassist, Mike Beanock-Benicki, and Iron Mike White, our guitarist, and me were all in Without a Martyr, and we did that for a few years, and then when that band broke up, Mike White went to Threat Point, and about a month later, I ended up going to a band called Threat Point 2, and we did some touring and such, and then I was out of Threat Point, and like a few months later, he left Threat Point, and we wanted to do something, so we figured we'd contact our old band, you know, trying to get things rolling again, and the sound was different because in the old band, I was playing rhythm guitar and doing vocals, but I really wanted to just do, like, pretty much just do vocals so I could, like, keep stage excitement going, you know, because when you play live, you have all this adrenaline, and it's like, I don't know, well, just having to do vocals and play at the same time for majorities of the songs, it was like, I didn't feel like I released as much all my adrenaline and stuff, you know, and
get you a tambourine, just like in the old days, Rolling Stones.
Yeah, right. And so once we started to write some songs, and we wanted to go under a different name, so we threw a couple around. That's how Traverse the Abyss came about. And so it's pretty much a compilation of the members from our first band, and we parted ways with our first drummer, Phil, and then we were joined by two new members. We had Nelson come in, Nelson Negron, he's our drummer, and then we had Seth Cardona come in as second guitarist. So we're in the process of writing new material with these guys, which I think is pretty great.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned that you kind of just threw a few names around and came across Traverse the Abyss, and I'm curious, is there maybe a deeper meaning behind the name, or a more expanded story behind how the name actually came to be?
Well, we're tossing and turning names, and we couldn't find anything. And then Mike White messaged me, and he was like, Traverse the Abyss. And I was like, I like it. He's like, I know. He's like, I'm playing Dark Souls, and I've seen it. And I was like, oh, of course, right? And so then we were like thinking about it, and like Traverse is to pass through an abyss. And a lot of lyrics in our songs are inspirational, so it's like passing through dark times in your life. Traversing the abyss, in a sense.
Wow. Deep.
Yep.
Deep stuff.
Like a crater.
I know, deep like a crater. Now, obviously you mentioned that there's a couple new members that are coming in and starting to write some new tracks, so I'm curious, how has that changed the writing, and what does it look like when Traverse the Abyss sits down to write a song?
Well, it's different because Nelson is more of a punk-oriented drummer, and Seth is more along the lines of, I guess, say like that, like modern metal, modern progressive metal kind of sound. So it's like two styles that we haven't really worked with. So it's cool combining them. And like for the song process, either Mike or Seth will usually have some sort of riff they came up with at home, and they'll work with Nelson to get a beat. We'll add the bass line, get the main frame of the song down, and then I'll start adding the vocals over it and then tweak from there what little effects we're going to use, anything like that. So like songwriting process isn't really bad, but it just kind of, we'll shuffle through shit until something just sounds good or like how we want it. Because like we'll be playing riffs for a month, and until something just clicks with it, it'll be like, all right, yeah, let's use that now. But until then, it's like, yeah, I don't know, that's cool. So it's like kind of whatever clicks, and like, which is sometimes it's tough because we don't try to like stick in like the mainframe of in the genre. Like our song Aces High is more of a pop punk feel, and Bullets has more of a thrash metal feel, while One of a Kind is more, I guess, metalcore-ish, while All In is like kind of hard rock kind of sort of song. So it's like we kind of jump around. So it's like we don't want to really stick too much to doing the same thing.
Sounds like you're doing a lot of traversing.
Well, absolutely. It kind of works with the name.
Very cool. Let's go listen to the first track, Joker. All right, coming back from Joker. Now, Eric, what is the story or the inspiration behind Joker?
Joker was written about someone that kind of screwed us over at points and stuff. So it's like that felt like they made a fool out of out of me and like embarrassed me. So it's kind of like a revenge song towards that person.
All right. I didn't know that bands got screwed over. Is that a thing? Like, does that happen?
Oh, absolutely. Like, it's actually like, of course, all the time.
All the time.
And, like, it sucks when it's like with friends and stuff or anything like that. Like little things, you know what I mean? But like little things, sometimes it's personal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It happens, but like even with like local scene, like if you do shows, like one thing that was started up is how you split the money at the end of the night. You know, like, do you give a band $50, another band $150, and keep $800 for yourself, or do you divide it up equally and just and whoever like booked the show or promote it and stuff, you know, they take just a little bit more, but you know, it's pretty much a closely even divide. You know, so that'll start up people for, you know.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Important to know those arrangements going in beforehand. I'm sure the lesson learned there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and listen to the next track, Snake Eyes.
Rolling snake eyes. Rolling snake eyes. Rolling snake eyes. Where will you be when your time is over? Where will you be when the reaper rules back and straight for gymnast, lower than it will. Like a fire that was light. You know that it'll come to end one day, my friend. Die alone. So I got my while you can. When Reaper rolls snake eyes, then it is time to fucking life is beautiful, they say. Yet we all dream to take it all away. Drink your poison, the wine filled in your cup. Some will even stick a fucking needle in the wrong till their eyes close. I am not afraid to die. I just wanna know the fucking reason good. This is what happens when you can't believe.
coming back from Snake Eyes. Similar question for you, Eric. What is the story or inspiration behind Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes is a song about death. That was one that I wasn't at the practice for while they wrote it, so pretty much I got there and I got to hear the entire song pretty much done, and then the only piece that was left was the ending. So it worked out perfect because I came in, I'm like, the only thing that it needs is something, something heavy. I'm like bendy or something, and Mike just started hitting the riff, and it was like perfect. Like that's perfect. And then we just locked in the drum and bass into like a triplet to really dynamically hit harder. So I don't know. This and Joker are probably my favorite songs from the album.
It's a good thing we played them here today then on the Rock Metal Podcast. Now, my next question for you is, Eric, what exciting news does Traverse the Abyss have coming up for Rock Metal Nation to pay attention to?
Well, we'll be pushing out a website sometime in the month, because right now we use a bunch of different platforms, and I just kind of want one source that everyone could go to. So a website. We'll be doing a music video, probably sneaking some releases out with the new lineup, new sound, see what everyone thinks about what we're cooking up. We'll be playing at the NEPA Metal Meltdown right in our hometown. It's like 20 minutes out, town called Plains, but pretty much right by Scranton. And it's a collection of all regional metal bands come down for a 2-day festival. So we have that show, and we'll be playing at the Finger Lakes Metal Festival in Clyde, New York. And that's the weekend of May 19th and May 20th for pretty much the same deal, but up in New York. And I'm a sucker for metal festivals, so I'm extremely excited for that. New merch line, which you could purchase our merch from bigcartel.com. Just search our name and our channel or go on our Facebook, and we'll have it. And we'll ship merch to you. So we'll be putting a new spring-summer line out. Offhand, that's all I could think of at the current moment.
All right, so Rock Metal Nation, we're going to be having a single website coming out. Now, one of my next questions after this is going to be what some of the websites are currently, but we're going to have a single website coming out, so definitely pay attention for that. A music video, sneaking some new releases out. One of the things we could probably do once that happens, actually, Eric, is bring you back on so we can touch base and we can start showing Rock Metal Nation here on the Rock Metal Podcast some of those newer releases, or sneak out some of those releases so they can start to hear some of the new stuff that you've got going on. Also, as well, if you are in the New England area, then you've got the NEPA Metal Meltdown in Plains, Pennsylvania, and the Finger Lakes Metal Festival in Clyde, New York. Two metal festivals that Traverse the Abyss is going to be playing at if you're in the New England area. So definitely check them out there. And if you are just a huge, massive fan and you want to have updated clothing for the spring and updated clothing for the summer, because we know, as a Rock Metal Nation fan of Traverse the Abyss, you care about what you look like in spring and in summer. Then they've got a new merch line coming out in spring and summer. Now, what was the website for that again? You said Big Cartel?
Yep. It would be typed in as it would be Traverse the Abyss .bigcartel.com. And they'll take you right to our page.
Perfect. Now, how can Rock Metal Nation find out more about you? Is there, what collection of websites could they go to, or should they go to?
We have Facebook. That's pretty much everyone's main outlet. So Facebook, give us a like on our page, send us a message. We, unlike a lot of other bands, will actually answer the messages and bullshit with you. Same with Twitter. Twitter is fast. Well, I'm trying to pretty much use any first-hand information at the moment onto Twitter. Then Facebook, Instagram as well. We're on Instagram. Snapchat. If you use Snapchat, we're always posting stupid snaps, updates, riffs, band practice. Our username for that is TTA Band, all one word. Our full-length album, The Gamble of Life, is available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, Bandcamp, CD Baby, a few others. It's uploaded all over the place. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. As we mentioned earlier, the Big Cartel is our merch page. Reverb Nation is another site that we're on. So pretty much all the major sites we could be found on.
All right, so Rock Metal Nation, pick your favorite social media outlet. Go and find Traverse the Abyss. They will be there: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reverb Nation, Bandcamp, and also as well, if you dug the tracks that you heard here today, go ahead and take a look at their full album, Gamble of Life, available on iTunes. If you use any other store or digital download provider other than iTunes, guarantee you they're there. I definitely heard quite a few being mentioned there, from Google Play to Bandcamp, but definitely available on iTunes. Also as well, you can head to the rockmetalpodcast.ca and you can get all the details for today's episode. Now, Eric, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast and for sharing your creativity with Rock Metal Nation.
Thank you for having me. And the final note would be, if anyone who that's not ready to purchase the album yet and they just want a little sampler to show their friends, on our Bandcamp page, we have a free sampler available, and you could do a listen through on the album as well.
Alright, Rock Metal Nation. Hopefully you just found your new favorite band in Traverse the Abyss. Big thanks again for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.